Hello everyone and welcome back to another very exciting chess game once again by the master of disaster, the magician from Riga, Mikhail Tal. So Tal had the white pieces in this chess game and his opponent was Iuri Chikovani. This chess game was played in 1968 in a chess tournament, so Tal's opponent was the Georgian chess champion from 1976, Iuri Chikovani, an important chess player, but let's see what happened to him against Mikhail Tal. So Tal starts the game with c4, the English opening, c6, and we have the Caro-Kann defense against the English opening. So e4, and then pushing the pawn, and the game is transposing to the Panov botwinic attack. Knight to f6, knight to c3, e6, knight to f3, bishop to e7, and then exchanging the pawns in the center, and Tal has an isolated queen's pawn. So bishop to d3 and then knight to c6, and both players castled. Rook to e1, knight to f6 and a3. Of course, Chikovani is not threatening to take the pawn, so we have b6. He wants to fianchetto the bishop, or bishop to a6. So if capturing the pawn, then knight takes, queen takes, and then bishop takes, and black is losing the queen, of course. So we have a3, b6, bishop to c2. So potentially Mikhail Tal can lift the queen up and then aim the king, create pressure on the light square. So bishop to a6, bishop to g5. So targeting one of the important key defenders of the king. So rook over and then queen to d2, queen to d6, and rook over, and here comes bishop to b1. So Mikhail Tal can also play queen to c2. So this bishop is controlling the diagonal and it was not allowing queen to d3, but Mikhail Tal right now can play queen to c2 and then eliminating the defender and then putting pressure on the h-pawn. So queen back and queen to c2 as expected. So threatening to take the knight, remove the defender, and then capture on h7. So Chikovani played g6, defending, and then bishop to a2, aiming the e-pawn, and h6. So we can see that there are some big pressure. There is a big pressure in black's position. So in this position, black wanted to get rid of the bishop, but question mark, why h6? Both bishops. So you can see that both bishops was looking very annoying. But isn't this just simply sacrificing a pawn? Well, a normal chess player would maybe capture the pawn, but maybe this was Chikovani's idea, attacking the bishop, bishop to g5 and king to g7, and it looks like black is safe, but for a cost of a pawn, and white is better. Although the d pawn is an isolated pawn, so it looks like black is still in the ballgame. So in this position, after bishop to a2 and then h6, Mikhail Tal is not playing safe. Typical Tal. Mikhail Tal played, instead of capturing on h6, he captured on e6, bishop takes on e6. Both bishops are hanging. This creates multiple problems for black, a typical Mikhail Tal move. And we have h takes on g5. Now both bishops is hanging in this position. If capturing the light square bishop, then queen is getting in, that's check, and black is getting checkmated. And if king to h8, then bishop takes, queen takes, king to g8, check, and then check, lifting the rook up. And for a chess grandmaster, of course, and especially for Tal, calculating all this is not so difficult. So let's check out this move once again. Instead of moving the bishop or capturing the h-pawn, Mikhail Tal is choosing the adventurous route. Bishop takes on e6, exclamation point, and look at this position. Both bishops are hanging. So, of course, black captured the other bishop, but capturing the e-pawn was creating a lot of problems for black. Little bit too much. In this position, can you guess the next move for white? Why did Mikhail Tal sacrifice the bishop? Well, the queen is getting in anyway, so queen takes on g6, the f-pawn is pinned. Tal is all over of his opponent. He is all over of Chikovani. The queen gets in and black is in big trouble. We have king to h8. Well, of course the pawn is pinned, so black has to play king to h8, because if king to f8, then getting checkmated, the kiss of death. And after queen takes on g6, we have the only move, king to h8 and then check. If black blocks with the knight, then that is losing. Because if blocking with the knight, you can see that bishop to f5 and black has no defense. Black is getting checkmated. The engine told me that queen takes on h2, a ridiculous move for prolonging the chess game. The knight is pinned. So check, and then Tal played knight takes on g5. All of Tal pieces is extremely active to cause some trouble. So bishop takes is going to be checkmate, defending with the rook and offering the bishop once again in this position. If capturing the bishop, then we have check, moving the king, and then knight to f7 is going to be checkmate. And if king to f8, of course, the kiss of death, checkmate. So fantastic chess game by Tal. All of his pieces are extremely active and fully mobilized for causing some trouble in his opponent's camp. So knight takes on g5, rook over for defending the checkmate. But then Tal played a final amazing move, and after that move, black resigned. Can you guess the next move of Tal? What would you do in this position? So if checking the king, black can move, and then it is going to be perpetual check maybe, and black can take the draw, and black is going to be a happy man. Getting to draw against Mikhail Tal is a success. But of course not. Mikhail Tal lifted his rook up, and after this amazing final move, black resigned. And Mikhail Tal offers both the rook and the bishop in the end. A very cool final position. So Chikovani resigned, the Georgian chess champion. The possible continuation, we will check out every possible continuation. So if capturing the rook, then this is going to deflect. The only defender of the checkmate threat, queen to h7, is going to be checkmate. And after this move, if capturing the bishop, then we have check, and then rook check, king over was the only move. So knight to h5 or knight to h7, it doesn't matter. Then capturing the knight, checkmate. And let's play a random move. So this was Mikhail Tal's idea, queen to g6, only move, and then rook to h4. Now we can see the idea behind the rook lift by Tal much better. So blocking with the knight is the only move, and then queen takes on h7. So basically black has no logical defense after the rook lift. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed watching this amazing attacking chess game by Mikhail Tal. A very interactive, beautiful, flawless attacking chess game. So I hope to see you next time. Take care and bye bye.